I don't know. Sometimes I agree with people and I still want to argue with them because it's like, what if we're wrong? If we both think the same thing, well, we should test our views. You know, if you can't argue the other person's side, then you probably don't understand your own side of the argument.
You heard about the attempted assassination.
Yeah.
So what's your take on that?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't really pay that much attention. I can see why people are upset with the president of the United States, but I still don't condone that, even if I don't like him.
I'm not asking you to give your sources of who actually helped the guy. Well, I watched it happen in real time.
Oh, you did?
I had CNN on, and I thought, oh, I'll see what this is all about. And then I just saw people sitting around at their tables, and then people are, and then then somebody heard the shot, or whatever. They didn't know what it was at the time, and then all of this is folding out on CNN, and they got a hold of one of their reporters that was there, but. So he's just telling people what he sees, but he doesn't know what's going on. This goes on for quite a while. And then they finally get a hold of Wolf Blitzer, and then what is it when you shock your chest? They got him alive, and he woke up, and then no, I'm kidding. So, but he is apparently in the men's room. And anyway, it was all kind of very strange and surreal. And then the first thing on Drudge Report was the first thing being trended from that event as it was happening was, this is all staged. So that's, and then I was watching and going, well, it sure feels weird. It feels very weird. Now, that's not to say it's staged. It can feel weird without it being staged, but I can see why people might believe that.
I was surprised that the Secret Service didn't rush to Trump sooner and pull him out of there. It seemed more like we need to leave, sir, kind of thing. Maybe at that point it wasn't as dangerous as they thought, but I think there's too much involved for it to be a stage, basically to be a conspiracy. Too many people would need to be involved. Too many people would have to lie.
Yeah, well, I mean, if that were true, then the Israelis wouldn't be able to pull off getting Hezbollah to buy all their pagers so that they could kill them all at a certain time. Do you remember that whole thing?
No.
Well, so the Hezbollah didn't use cell phones because they were afraid to. This was a while ago, like a year ago or more. They didn't use their cell phones because they knew that they were easily tracked, and they didn't, so that their way around that was using pagers. And so the pager were basically one way, but so everybody had a pager. What they didn't realize was that Israel somehow was intercepting the pagers after they were manufactured, or maybe this was happening in the factory, but they were putting explosive inside each of the pagers so that at some given point in time, they could give the signal and those pagers would blow up and it would kill the people that had the pagers on them. It was pretty phenomenal, first time anything like that had ever happened. And so what I'm saying is if somebody can pull off something like that and keep it a secret, then I think something like this would be easily kept a secret. I mean, if you think about it, every assassination attempt is a conspiracy. It's a secret, and sometimes maybe it's a lone person, but maybe more times than not, it's there's other conspiring people. I don't know.
Well, I know they faked the moon landing.
Well, you know that because the flag was waving, and a flag can't wave on the moon, right?
Well, they were blowing on it.
Mm-hmm. And I know it's fake because Candace Wilson, what's her name? Olson?
Candace.
It doesn't matter what her name is.
Yeah,
that's as much as I care about.
Well, that's one of the things that sort of turned me in favor of Joe Rogan. Is he used to be a moon landing denier, and then over the years he changed his mind. He admitted he was wrong. It's like, oh, here's somebody on national TV, so to speak, who's admitting that he made a mistake. So I thought more highly of him. I mean, I still don't agree with everything he says, but
that reminds me, I've been meaning to say this to you. I was going to say it in a place that had more impact, but do you know the difference between argue and agree?
Argue and agree. Yes.
You. If we're arguing, it's because of you.
Probably. And that's a good thing.
Is it?